Hello, my name is Simon Insinger, and I'm here today to share my experience with the workshop and the Foundations of Community Engagement of the Learning in Community series from the Ginsberg Center, which was taken by more than 140 students and led by our instructor, Jesse Carr. Professor Carr is the Assistant Director for Student Learning and Leadership at U of M, and he champions social justice and active student engagement through leadership programs and partnerships, drawing on a rich background in nonprofit work and a PhD in American culture. He's a passionate advocate for inclusive communities, and his approach made the session feel both educational and transformative. Equitable and ethical community engagement was provided to the students in an interactive session as to what that might look like on many different levels, whether it's research, course projects, activism, policy work, or direct service. Principles and practices frame the workshop's core principle of authentic community engagement. Key themes included power and partnerships, community-driven goals, the value of community knowledge, and how empathy and equity create sustainable and ethical community partnerships. We discussed all of these through interactive exercises, such as envisioning our own space and reflecting on how it felt to have that space altered by someone else. I've experienced this in many situations in the past personally, and I'm not a fan. This helped me be more aware of how I show up as a community member, ensuring that I try my very best not to negatively alter the spaces of others. It's easy to overlook how even small actions can affect those around us, and this exercise made me much more mindful of the impact we can have. This workshop also gave me insight into equity-centered knowledge, especially during the discussion on the power dynamic. Professor Carr pointed out that there is a need to understand who holds the key to decision-making in a partnership and ensure that community members are paid fairly for their contributions. I find this to be particularly important for my future, as complex power dynamics are consistent in the business world, and navigating them can provide both a strategic and intellectual advantage. This example is made evident in light of how intentional actions and policies support equity. Gaining awareness of these dynamics can provide an edge in how you choose to interact with peers, partners, and community members, helping both you and others in the long run. This event allowed me to help develop my empathy and compassion quite a bit as well. Through activities, we exercised cultural humility by listening and garnering many perspectives. I truly found it impactful just to reflect on how adapting our actions to diverse community needs helps build trust-based relationships. In the business world, finding needs that truly cater to the audience is essential, and building relationships with your community can help to increase sales rates and the impact of your business on that community. Ultimately, this workshop shaped my view of equity and empathy within the Ross and U of M communities. Knowing that I plan to go into business, the importance of equity and empathy cannot be overstated. It can make or break teams in the professional world. This workshop really challenged me to be more critical of how I work towards an outcome that respects and humanizes each interaction. Thank you for listening, and go Blue.